Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV. Today, the first day here in Munich at Rohstoffmesse München. And I'm lucky to have by my side Alex Langer, the CEO of Sierra Madre Gold and Silver. This interview is also sponsored by Sierra Madre Gold and Silver. I'm also a happy shareholder of the company. So now I'm really happy to have some questions about the company, what's going on, what's the future about, because I'm invested and hopefully everybody else get a glimpse now. So Alex, thanks for having the time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mark, for having me. Really happy to be here.
What's going on in your company? Just in order, first step, just give us an introduction about your company and what's going on there.
Sure. We've been really busy. We announced commercial production, so we're probably one of the newest precious metals producers out there. We announced commercial production on January 1st at our Guitarra silver and gold mine, which is located just outside of Mexico City. Production has gone really well. We've had 2 positive quarters, and we raised quite a bit of money over the summer. So the next big plans are to almost triple production at the mine over the next 2 years, and also to go explore the district, which is what we're really excited about.
Wow. So you're talking about tripling the production. What's your production now and what's your goal?
Currently, we're at 500 tons per day, and we do have a bit of a stage plan. So we want to get to 750 to 800 tons per day by Q2 of next year, so quite soon. And it's a fairly simple process. We need to add one more ball mill, a new cone crusher, and then a concentrator, which will allow us to start putting some tailings underground as a paste backfill. So the budget for that is only about $3 million.
Nice.
Yeah.
What does it mean in ounces?
Well, we're getting there. So we don't have 43101.
Okay.
We don't have a PEA.
Okay, gotcha.
But historically, this mine was producing 1 to 1.4 million ounces of silver equivalent on an annual basis at 500 tons per day. So if you add another 50% onto that, it can kind of give you an idea where the numbers should end up. And that's the stage 1 expansion. Stage 2 is going to get us 12 to 1,500 tons per day.
Okay, cool.
And again, it's not a huge amount of work. It's one more ball mill. It's duplicating the crushing circuit and then starting to construct a fully permitted 5.8 million tons tailing facility, which will be right beside the current tailings facility.
Wow. Okay. What does it mean in gold and silver percentage?
Yeah. So traditionally, historically, this mine has been about 60%, 65% silver, and then the rest in gold. It's a true precious metal mine. Both metals come out within the same concentrate, so really, really easy. Gold has had a big run. So gold has been crazy. Even silver's done well. But the last few months, we're 50-50. The odd month, we've actually made a little bit more on gold, which doesn't matter to us. But historically, I think we'll revert back when silver goes to where it's going to go. Probably 60-40% silver gold.
Nice. And historically said, what's the ASIC, the costs, something?
Yeah. So for the last 2 quarters, it's been high for sure. But again, we just started production.
Yeah.
So we're around $30 an ASIC. Today's pricing, that's fine. But we're going to get that much, much lower. So we've been using a lot of rental equipment. So that takes a big chunk out of the ASIC cost. So with the money we raised in the last financing, the $19.5 million, we've purchased a couple scoop trams, we've purchased some excavators, some haulage trucks. So it could drop the ASIC by $3-4
Okay.
right off the top, which is pretty good. And then from there, we're still doing underground development. So when the mine shut down, you usually stop doing your development because why would you continue? Because you're shutting down the mine. So for us, we need to catch up on development. When we announced we were going to go into production, we did it in 11 months. So much quicker than we had planned. And it was really because silver hit $24. We're like, wow, this is amazing. Let's go. So we've been able to actually do the full development out of cash flow. So there's no big CapEx with that number. So we're almost complete. So by the end of the year, we should be completely caught up in terms of our underground development, where we're working from 20 to 25 working faces at any time. And that's getting really close. So once that's done, it's really going to drop our ASIC quite a bit. Analysts have us around 20 to 22.
Amazing.
And I hope to beat that eventually, yeah.
So even now at this price levels of gold and silver, you're printing cash. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, a little bit of luck, but the gold and silver market's been amazing for us. So
yeah, and Jochen always said so. The future is bright, especially for these precious metals.
Absolutely.
And you are in the right spot. You are in Mexico. You are doing a great job. As you said, you started production earlier, as mentioned.
Yeah.
And so what's coming next? What's your pipeline?
So it's pretty exciting. So obviously the fact that we could up to triple production by 2027. So it's a stage approach. But the real reason we acquired the mine and the original plan was for exploration.
Yeah.
So the La Guitarra Silver and Gold District is one of the 5 most prolific silver and gold mining districts in all of Mexico. It was known as the jewel of the Spanish crown for New Spain.
Okay.
Incredible amount of silver and gold produced. For many decades, it was the largest producer of silver and gold. There's 12 mega mines at site.
Yeah.
There's one that had over 10,000 workers at one point when it shut down in 1910. The other mine that I really like called El Rincon, it's in the East District. El Rincon ran for about 30 years, shut down in 1938. But at its head grade, over the 30 years on average, was 6.5 grams gold and 860 grams silver.
Wow.
So, and that was at 100
Okay.
tons per day. So that's spectacular. And that's why we purchased the project. That's why First Majestic is our largest shareholder. They own 37.7. They've been incredibly supportive. That's who we purchased the mine from. So they, and us are really excited about the exploration program. So we have about 3.5 million US earmarked for that.
Yeah.
That's about 20,000 meters of drilling in the East District. I'm quite excited. So we're going to start in Q2 of 2026. So right now we're building up drill targets. So we have a couple new geologists that we brought on. They're out in the field. We're mapping, we're sampling, we'll be trenching. We're getting to a point that, we'll be ready to drill in Q2. We'll do 10 holes. Once those results come in, we have our own lab so they can come pretty quick. We'll do another 20 holes and then we'll do another 40 holes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So also you have your own lab. So
yeah, of course, it's a full operating mine.
It's so easy, so fast, right?
We can get turnaround time. We'll send drill core, you split it in half.
Yeah.
A quarter will go to the independent lab, a quarter to our lab, and we'll have the results in, 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you also have some synergies together with First Majestic so you can share the geologist, whatever? So what's going there?
Yeah, they're our biggest shareholder. They own, again, 37.7. They've been amazing with anything we needed. We needed an engine. They helped us with that. But we have our own full team. We're now 300 people at site in Mexico. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like this area, it's a poorer area in the state of Mexico City, but we've had 300 new jobs. There's new restaurants. Mining usually has a 6-to-1 ancillary benefit. So there's 2,000 new jobs in this town, which is huge. It's a huge honeymoon period. Everyone's happy. It's been great.
The community is always kind of an issue in Mexico, but as I heard now, so you're pretty fine with all the people.
It's wonderful. Yeah, we're really quite fortunate. So it's, again, an old mining district.
Yeah.
And there's some farms and things like that, but this mine is by far the largest employer. And so when the mine turned on, just over a year ago, we had a big community engagement and people were crying. They were so happy. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of the workers, when the mine shut down, would have had to work construction, which probably pays a third of what mining does, or they had to separate from their families and go work in other parts of Mexico, kind of 10 days off,
Okay.
5 days off. So the fact that people can be at home and work in a great spot, and it's
Cool.
4 kilometers from the town. It's very, very close.
Nice.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's great.
Just quick, let's talk about the last news press releases you put out and what's coming next. Of course, the drill results in Q2 2026.
Yep.
But the investors, what they can look
What's
for
coming
and
for, yeah.
what has happened
Okay.
just a couple of weeks
Well,
ago.
I think the big one was that financing.
Yeah.
So we went out to raise 10 million. The order book was over 30 within a couple hours. So we ended up taking a little bit more. We ended up taking 19 and a half,
Wow.
but it was led by Franklin Templeton,
Mhm.
who is, one of the top mining funds in the US and in Europe. So they came in and then we built around it. Management founders, we did close to another 2 million of that financing. We have another large shareholder here in Europe, Commodity Capital. They did another close to 2 million. And then Eric Sprott came for 3.5. So we were very selective. We brought in some really good shareholders, people that understood the vision of increasing production and really the exploration upside.
How's the share structure now?
So it's great. First Majestic owns 37.7.
Yeah.
Management founders, that's us, is about 21%.
Wow. Skin in the game is
I've
always good.
invested 1.8 million Canadian.
Nice. Perfect.
So there you go.
Good to know.
Institutions now 25%, and then the rest would be retail. So really good, tight share structure. Really happy with that. And then now it's expansion plans. So hopefully in the not too distant future, new equipment will start to arrive. And once it starts to get installed, we'll be able to announce that and share photos. It's exciting, like seeing what's happening at the plant and adding the new concentrator, adding eventually a new ball mill, the cone crusher, all of this. So it's coming. So lots of news from now all the way until we start exploration in Q2 of next year, and then drill results shortly thereafter.
Amazing. You are printing cash now. No delusion for the near future.
Absolutely.
you're ramping up everything, so you're tripling within 2027.
All goes well, yeah.
Sierra Madre Gold and Silver. Sounds very good. So thanks for having the time. Have a good fair, and thank you very much for your interest.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me today.